Yo, what it do, man? Welcome to GrindFace and the Therapist, man. This is episode 2, man. We're gonna be talking about getting it out the mud. This is Dimitrius, and this is my wife.
Saniyyah.
We've been together for 28 years, married to 23 or 22. I don't know the math. I keep forgetting it, but we got history. Bottom line. So getting it out the mud is basically, let's start, man, in high school. I'm gonna start in high school because this is where my talent started. I took an art class because I enjoy drawing. I like drawing. I wasn't a good drawer, but I enjoyed drawing. And I took a computer class. And the crazy thing at Pomona High, they didn't have computer graphics. I didn't know nothing about computer graphics. But at Claremont, they had a class with computer graphics. That's crazy. So I didn't know you could combine art and computers together, which makes computer graphics. So later on in my years going to college, I
But
figured
you
that
know what
out.
was crazy though? Remember when the colleges kept sending you stuff in the mail for computer graphic classes, like for degrees
Oh yeah,
in that
actually
field?
I got accepted, didn't go
Mhm.
because I had a baby and I
Mhm.
was gonna leave my baby.
Mhm.
I don't even, at the
It was
thing
in
it was,
Arizona.
yeah, it was. I think it was some private schools just to run up that student loan shit. That you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like no new university or nothing like that. They just wanted that gets you to get that student loan.
Mhm.
So basically, we're gonna talk about getting it out the mud and how the process starts way before you even realize it. That your gifts is in you. You just got to know how to tap into it. So what do you think your gifts when where you spotted your gifts that you currently using now that you experienced when you was a kid?
Mm. I remember fifth grade. We had a haiku assignment, and it's kind of like this poetry. And I remember that was like the first time I fell in love with poems. And then when my brother died, I used poems as a coping skill, not even knowing it was a coping skill, because I would just talk about my feelings. And from then on, I was writing poems. And then, that later on transitioned into like movie scripts and stuff like that.
In your books,
I've always was a writer sometime. That's what I'm saying, from the time I was in
a kid.
elementary. Hmm?
So you tapped in when you was a kid. You didn't take no classes and nothing like that.
No,
So it was just in you.
it was just in you. But I want to go back to what you were saying about your talents. I think even with work ethic, I think people don't even understand, because even in high school, you were always working summer jobs, always trying to make money. Like you always had a work ethic. So
I
even though
think the
you,
work ethic became of wanting my own stuff, and my mom wasn't giving up nothing to my own. So you know what I'm saying. You imagine going to school, you school shopping, you get 3 pair of pants and 5 T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? That you at a certain age, you got to make your own money just to just survive. I feel like.
but most people won't, and that's what I'm saying. Well, I ain't gonna say most, but what I'm saying is, from an early age, you always had that go getter mentality, that work ethic. Like I'm gonna make something happen. Like I'm not gonna depend on anyone.
True,
I'm gonna get up and go get it myself,
true.
which is a talent within itself. Because you could be a genius, but if you don't have the work ethic to put in the work to make it happen, then you're just
And
a
I think it's part of the tools too in the community because I feel like the summer job program was awesome.
mm-hmm.
That was really
Pomona Youth Employment.
Pomona. You shout out to them. They ain't around no more, but you know what I'm saying, that summer job program was really a blessing. And a lot of kids, my kids was young. They wanted a summer job, but nobody would hire them because they wasn't of age. So I think that type of program need to be coming back. And then what introduced me to computers, they had a computer program class, which they was teaching everybody how to use the internet. And this was back in 1995. You know what I'm saying? When the internet, people didn't know about the internet. Like I was first one on with the internet. And it's crazy that now I look back when the internet first came and I learned how to use the internet that I'm making money off the internet now and living life
Mm-hmm.
good off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the tools of in the community that could help you plant seeds for longevity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so talking about talent and getting it out the mud, do you even did you think like I can make something out of this with my talent in terms of the whole marketing and
No,
branding?
no. So when like when I was drawing and doing when I first went took in classes to college, took in graphics classes. I was excited about it. Like, yeah, yeah, I'm learning something new. Then I realized they just taking my money. It was a hustle for them to take my money because what they was teaching was basically on the internet, YouTube classes. And then was the real slap in the face because they promise you to place you job placement. You know what I'm saying? You come get your degree here, we gonna place you in job. So but they were trying to place me as UPS. Like I just got a degree in computer graphics and you trying to send me to UPS? Like this is crazy. But I realized the companies that was hiring computer graphics people, they wasn't hiring people that look like me. So I were already done left. Like I felt like I tapped into the wrong market. I wasted my time because these companies ain't hiring black men. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of these tech companies, all these computer graphics, you rarely see black people in there. So I just took my talent and just utilized it on the streets with custom work, graphics, flyers, CD covers, and used it as a hustle. I was never really trying to think it would become like some business type stuff. I was just hustling, using my skills to hustle. She over here yawning at me.
It's
Like,
late and I've been working all day. Um, but I want to talk about like how, our transition with us going to school. And I think the beauty of it is times we went to school at the same time, but then there's times where we took turns going to school. Like we took turns working on our crafts. Like, so basically, somebody would be home with the kids because you'll have a household, which I don't understand when you have a two-parent household or two people in the household or one more than one adult and nothing is getting done instead of working as a team. It's one of the things I've always admired is like we've always been able to basically like, hey, this is your turn to do what you need to do. Hey, this is your turn to do what you need to do. And we've always stepped back.
I think the people be having problems because they be trying to compete in relationships. Of, you know what I'm saying? Afraid like, oh, once she get her degree or something, she gonna leave me.
Well, I think
You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
think that's an insecure, but I don't think insecurities just manifest out of thin air. I think there's something that has happened in the relationship to form that insecurity to make a person feel like that. But I mean, I think it's very easy because I'm gonna just be transparent. I think it's very easy to become like, dang, my mate is doing their thing. Because I remember when I was a stay at home mom and because we had highly held productions at first. The first it was highly
Yeah.
held productions, and you were doing your graphics thing, and you were doing all these great things, and I was still trying to figure out. It was like early 20s who I
It's
was.
crazy you say great things because I just thought that was just nothing. Even
No, I was
looking back at it, looking at the designs and stuff, like this is
Yeah, that's
garbage.
because you looking back at it now from your work then, but back then that was like some A1 hot stuff. That was, you know what I mean? And so I think it's easy to be like, I think when you don't know your place or you don't know your talents, which is crazy because I've always had talents, I just didn't, know how to tap into them. I think you can get into that place, but I think the beauty of it is with us is you've always like been like, hey, this is us, like this is ours. It was never this is mine, this is yours. How even when people are in relationship and they have separate bank accounts, like who's the breadwinner, like we've never really cared about that because it's coming out the same bank account. And so I think just operating as a team, you know what I mean, and like, hey, like I'm a step back because there's times where you have showed up to my events and you in the background, not saying nothing, look like the handyman, just making sure I got my stuff. I got, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then vice versa. Like there's times you doing your thing, I'm in the back, not really saying anything, letting you do your thing. And so I think being a team, or just having a team, and if not in a relationship, just like pushing yourself to your full potential. Like, and I think that's what getting it out the mud is. It's not just saying, hey, I came from this, so I'm getting it out the mud, but it's also like my work ethic and what I'm doing to achieve the goal. You know what I mean?
true. And I also think it's you need somebody, some type of support system because
But
it
what
gets
if you but
hard.
what
And
if but what if you don't have a support system?
if you don't, I mean, you need a friend, a dog, or somebody to tell you, man, look, keep pushing.
I think
Because you know, there was
sometimes,
times I wanted to quit. Like, man, this is bullshit.
but this
You know
is
what
a
I'm
thing
saying?
though. This is a thing. Yeah, we got each other, but at the end of the day, sometimes, okay, there's times where you got to be honest. Like, it wasn't any motivating thing I say is like you ain't getting it. Just like there's times where because we're in different fields. Let's just be realistic. We have talents, but we do different things. And there's times where I'm talking and you have no idea what I'm talking about.
True.
And there's times you're talking, I have no idea what you're talking about because we're not in the same field. And we could be motivating each other. And at the same time, I know I'll be thinking, like, dude, only if you knew you don't know what you're talking about. I'm listening to you, but I'm not really like, oh, pumped up on what you're saying. And so, whether you're in a relationship or out of a relationship, sometimes you got to just be honest and motivate yourself. Because if somebody has to always be there to motivate you, then that's a problem.
I don't want to say always, but I mean, sometimes some falls is harder than others. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just need somebody, man. Like, get up, let's keep on going. Like, sometimes you can fall and get up by yourself. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you fall and get back up, but sometimes them falls be hurting, and you be like, damn, you looking around, can't somebody just pass me a glass of water or something? Help me.
I
I mean,
mean, yeah,
so
you.
you just you need someone
I
sometimes,
guess I
not
don't
all
like
the
the word.
time.
I guess I don't like the word need. I think it's
It
good
can
to
be
have
appreciative to have something,
yeah, I think
someone.
you should be appreciative, to have someone, but I don't think like I love you, but I don't need you. You understand what I'm saying? Because whether you're here or not, I'm going to be motivated to do what I need to do.
True, but that's you. Everybody ain't as strong. And you think about everybody going through their life struggles needs somebody.
No, I don't know. I don't like the word need because
One.
then
Well, let's say
the reason why
it would be easier if somebody was
the
to
reason why
kick you.
I'm
Because
look
sometimes you need to be kicked in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get back on that.
okay, but this is a thing from a psychological perspective, and I know I'm always analytical because even I just feel like you shouldn't need anyone, right? It's good to have a support. It's good to have those people there, but to have need them means you're dependent on. You're gonna do
Okay, let's stretch need then.
yes,
You know what I'm
please. I
saying?
don't
Let's
like
just
need.
stretch need. But I'm just saying it was times that I didn't feel like going to school. Like, man, I ain't going today. Fuck all that.
And if you didn't want
And
to
be
go, it
like,
wasn't nothing I could say to make you go. You was gonna go if you wanted to or not.
true, but at the same time, or even let's take it to the grind face. It was times that I got banned, and I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'm cool on it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
what do
And
I
you you
do?
you you tell me, like, you know what I'm saying? You motivate me to keep going.
True, but then there's sometimes that you be so like pissed that I don't say anything. I let you be in your moment.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. So
So I don't say anything. And then you figure out a way, and I'll be like, dang, he back on it. Because there's times when I motivate, and there's times when I know when to be quiet. And like you just allow you to be in that space and mentally figure it out. And so that's why I'm saying scratch need. Because no, you don't need me. You know what I mean? It's good that you have me for support, but no, because whether I'm here or not, you're gonna do it regardless of what I say. And that's healthy. You shouldn't need someone to basically say, motivate you. Because I know for me, I'm gonna motivate myself.
well, now I'm not say motive. You saying I motivate you to do something? No, I'm just saying sometimes when you trip, you need somebody to, you know what I'm
It's
saying,
good
that
to
help
have
you up.
someone,
That
but I'm
help
not
you
gonna
up.
say
Put it
need.
that way. Sometimes you need somebody to help you up. You know what I'm saying? That's like you running out the gas and you need triple A.
Okay, I
You know what
may
I'm saying?
need
So, yeah,
AAA.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you run out of gas and you just need somebody to gas you up. Oh, look at that. That just
A
triple
coin,
A to the car.
coin.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need somebody to gas you up because you run out of gas. And that's all I'm trying to say. You unexpectedly run out of gas and you just need somebody to gas you up.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? You
okay.
don't need them, but it's shit. Because you could always get out your car and walk. But damn it would be nice if somebody just
It
gassing
would be
me up and I
nice.
could just continue on my mission. I'm gonna continue my mission. I could walk it, but I'd rather have somebody just come gas me up so I could finish driving it. That's all I'm saying.
What do you think is the hardest obstacles for you to stay on track? You know, with basically being focused on your grind.
I honestly, I have no, back in the day, it was hard for me when you didn't understand my vision. You know what I'm saying? All you do is on the internet. All you doing is this. All you doing this and that. That was my hardest area. I mean, you didn't understand my vision of what I was trying to build.
And that's what I'm saying. I wasn't always supportive in the way that you needed because I didn't. It was annoying. Like, dude, get off online, get off the internet. And I'm still like that. Oh, I'm still like that to this day in the sense of, I rather be in the moment than, oh, let's take a snapshot, let's take a
But
picture,
that's
let's
why,
do a photo
and
op.
that's what I feel like it's a lack of respect of my business. Because when you come home from the office, what your ass is doing on the kitchen table on your laptop for the rest of the night. So for you to tell me
Oh,
live in the moment, yet you don't live in the moment when it comes to your business,
no,
that's a lack of respect of my
no,
business.
no,
Because
no,
my
no, no.
business is everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true. So for the last week, I have been on my laptop because I had deadlines and I had some important grants and contracts that I've been working on. However, when I come home, I'm not always on. And I'm not saying that I don't respect it. I just didn't understand, like, okay, this is all day. And granted, you have come a long ways and you have done a lot of great things, but I also think it should always be a balance. You don't do that now, but before it was just like, dude, like, okay. I mean, I see it now in how far you have come and what you have done and accomplished with it. So I do appreciate it. I mean, it's allowed us to have certain things that we have. But I still think there should always be a balance in life. I don't think you should always be grinding so much that your head is always down and you never have time to come up.
True. But I put down my phone at times.
Yeah, like for five
No,
minutes.
I put it on the charger. And you know, the funny thing, every time I put my phone and walk away from it, you want to get the calling and texting me. Then I got to get up and go get my phone. Now it's back in my hand. It's like, no, but serious, real. No, I do. I don't know if you pay attention. Like basically, when I go upstairs, go to bed, I put my phone on the charger and don't even go and look at it and watch a movie and stuff.
How do you know? You know, I know, but it took you a certain time frame to get to that point. Like you're not the type, I will say this, you're not the type to just go answer the phone, be on the phone, text and stuff, all that. You're really on there working.
Yeah, I'm really getting it out the
Yeah.
mud,
So
and
even if
it's
people call you, you're not gonna answer your phone or respond. So you basically you taught me that. Like, hey, Saniyyah, you don't always have to answer your phone when somebody called. Put your phone down. So no, I'm not saying like you was just on there playing around. You was really working. But in the beginning, it was frustrating to me because I'm like, okay,
because
I
you didn't
under
understand the vision.
I understood the vision, but the vision was interfering with real life.
That you know what? It was interfering because you wasn't started your business yet.
No, I was in school.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I was like busy too
But
during
you
that
was in
time.
school compared to what I was doing. So like compared to right
So
now,
that's a
let's
disrespect to my schooling and
so
what I was
compared
doing.
to right now, what you doing, you don't even notice I'm on phone because you're too busy doing what you're doing because you're too busy building your empire.
That's not true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's where I think issues come in when one person is building the empire and the other person is like, damn, this is all they doing. But see, when both people is building an empire, they really their mind is
Untrue.
shift, is focused on the
Untrue.
objective.
Untrue. Because I was building, I was in school in my master's program. And not only that, even after that, we would be out to dinner and you on your phone working. Like that was a problem for me. Like, get off your phone.
You don't do that now. Exactly. Back to my point. When you building an empire, things go out the window.
No,
Because when
no.
she building it, because now she's building her empire, it's we bike riding, you on the phone with business. You know what I'm saying? We at church, praise and worship. She
You
on the phone
lying.
with business.
You
Yeah, I'm lying. I don't go to church.
lying.
But what I'm saying is, when the other person is focused and building on something, they ain't really there to pick at everything you're doing
I
because
wasn't picking.
you but you was picking. If I'm building my empire and you saying I won't do this and that, you're picking
Okay,
because
but
you're not building.
but
So, but
listen,
when we
but
both
listen,
is building at the
but
same time, we
listen,
understand the struggle. We understand the
listen.
grind.
You could say that because this past week I've been busting my butt because I have a lot on the table and stuff I'm trying to accomplish. However, I will basically leave the office, and I made it to the point where I don't even have to be at the office so I could be here with you. So I make sure that my household
So you don't take phone calls and be on your laptop when you hear from me?
sometimes.
Okay, then. My point
Hold on, no,
exactly.
no, 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 no,
When
no.
you, it's nothing wrong. I ain't complaining because I understand. I understand the vision, and that's what I'm saying. When a person understand the vision, they ain't really gonna
But
pick.
it's not constant. It's not like I do check my emails throughout the day. Now I do that. But what I'm saying is I'm not just sitting here work. Yeah, for the last few days I've been up late night. That's why I'm sleepy now. Because I've had deadlines and stuff that I really like, huge projects that I'm working on. However, I may
And
get
I
a
got
point.
deadlines to post that
No, you
viral
don't.
post right there before it pop out. Bam!
No, you don't.
Got deadlines. You know what I'm
No.
saying? I got to be first to post it. You
I'm
know.
not minimizing what you do. I respect what you do. I love what you do. But what I'm saying is, in the beginning, it was just like overkill. Like, I've always maintained, like, okay, I have a husband, I have 3 kids. Like, I've always said, like, I want to be successful. There's things I want to have, but not at the expense of my time with my family. And I'm big on that even to this day. Like, and you know I am. Like, okay, yeah, we grind and we doing all this, but if I clock out tomorrow, this business don't matter. But the time that I spent with my family does.
Exactly.
And so you already know that's like my first priority. Yeah, I'm gonna bust my butt. I'm gonna do what I need to do, but there's nothing coming in between that. If you call the kids call, everything stops.
No, bullshit. Because I call you be in session.
That's different. I can't answer
That
my
shit is
phone while
going.
I'm in a
And
session.
then everything don't stop.
But I'm
You know what
only
I'm
okay, but
saying?
this is the thing. I made it a point to only have sessions 1 day a week to have clients for that very reason.
Okay, y'all. So the point of getting it out the mud is basically you need to balance your grind. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with a balance of working and family, and I guess some downtime too. Because if you don't re-energize, it could affect the both other. It could affect your spending time with your family and on your grind. So I guess it's 3 elements of getting it out the mud.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna basically work so much to the point where my marriage is like drowning.
Some
Like,
people would.
but I'm
That's
not.
what I'm saying. So
I'm
yeah,
not.
we gotta know the
I'm not gonna
balance.
sacrifice my loved ones for a business or empire. Like, I mean, many people would be willing to do that, but that's one thing I've always said. Like, this is not greater than what's most important to me is my husband and my kids. So, you know, if it's gonna be at the expense of that, then I don't want it.
You don't want it.
Nah, not if it's gonna jeopardize us or the kids.
So
No,
what is your like? What is your what is your reason of going so hard and building your empire?
I don't. I don't look at it as going so hard. I actually enjoy.
What you want? You building this mental health
Don't put all
facility?
my projects out there.
Oh yeah, okay. It's like yeah, you
But
going hard.
but
Like
but okay, to the average eye is hard, but for me, it's everything I love to do. So for me, it's not work.
so what's the what I'm asking? Like what's the end game? What's the end results? What are you trying to accomplish?
I like what. So for me, there's I want to be the Google and Facebook of mental health, TikTok of mental health. So
You can't be all three, sweetie.
I'm just
You gotta
saying
be
the
one.
major whatever's booming. I
Whatever's booming.
Yeah. So, I want that for mental health, but my passion is movies and writing and books and all speaking. And so I don't just have one talent. And so I'm not just in one lane. And so for me, if I was just doing when I was a stay-at-home mom, just doing the mom and wife thing, I wouldn't be fulfilled, right? And if I was just doing that, I wouldn't be
So you
fulfilled.
saying you getting a fulfillment out of it?
Yeah, it gives me purpose. It gives me it fulfills me. It makes me feel good to basically be operating in my talents. Like, so it may look to the average heart eye like, oh, she's going hard, but for me, I'm just being me.
That's what's up.
Like,
Me,
are you sitting there like doing what you're doing? Like, oh, I'm going hard. Like, this
I'm
is
I'm going hard for the bag so I can live the life I want to and just travel and just and just expense and just ball out. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think you enjoy it though.
No, you know what? I did when I first started. I used to enjoy it. I used to And then it's just it got to the point
I
of
think you don't enjoy it because I
it's
think
too
you the
many. I put in a
obstacles.
box. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in the box and I can't be what I want to be
Well, I
and
think
post
you
what I.
because
You
you
know what I'm
keep
saying?
getting banned and it keeps being barriers and ways to stop you from pursuing. So in that, see, in my space, I have the space to be creative and create how. Well, obviously, I get no's on contracts and different things like that and stuff I want. But then I, figure out other ways to maneuver and do something else and get it anyways. And even if I don't, I enjoy, like, I mean, come on, I'll do therapy for free.
Well, let me
I
scratch that.
write for free.
I enjoy helping people. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy sharing the game. That's why I could say I enjoy what I do. I enjoy when somebody and just giving them the gems. That's my enjoyment. I get enjoyment out that.
So exactly, because if you didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't keep doing it. So I don't watch you and be like, he's going hard. I just watch you and think like he's fulfilling whatever he's meant to fulfill. He's basically walking in purpose. He's basically,
I don't know if I'm walking in purpose though.
yeah, that was a
I'm
stretch.
yeah, you reaching on that one. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about that when I said like,
Yeah, I'm still
I
trying to
kind of
search
thought
for my
about that.
purpose.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I kind
saying?
of thought about that because
And then
yeah,
and I think that's why I'm thinking I might have to dibble and dabble in the relationship, love coach, coaching, lifestyle, what they call it, life coach.
I think you give
Because I
great
like to give
advice.
good advice. I like to see people. I like to give people information and lead them in the right direction. I think I get enjoyment out of that, and I feel like so I don't even. I might dabble in that. You know what I'm saying? But the funny thing is, I guess because I joke around a lot, people don't think that I'm knowledgeable. And you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's presentation. I think people judge, but at the same time, I think you have to be mindful of what you're putting out there for people to see. Because, like, when you do certain stuff, like, I know your personality, like, I know it's a joke. I know, like, for example, let's even talk about the video with you and Dante and the hot sauce, and then she got mad, and y'all did
Oh
this
yeah,
video, like, yeah, and
everybody
everybody
fat.
thought it was so
Yeah.
real, and everybody thought y'all was about to fight, and so even though
No, people want to thrive off the negativity.
people
That's
do
all.
like to thrive off the negativity, but even that night, I told you we had a whole conversation, and to the point where I was kind of upset with you, like you play so much and do so things, even like with the baby formula. We know it was expired, but it paints you in a picture of being a villain when you're really not like that. And so many times it's perception, and you got to take responsibility too to how you put yourself out there because
But
we know who you are.
that's fine perception and being the villain. The villain got great information, knowledgeable. They ain't got shit with the game and knowledge I have if I'm a villain or a good guy.
But what you don't
But the
understand is
thing is,
sometimes people won't look past that.
and that's fine. If you can't look past that, then that's you stuck, not me. You know what I'm saying? So if you see something on the internet that I do for entertainment, hey, that's you. It's called internet entertainment. And the thing is, a lot of people think they see something on the internet, they think it's real. Hey, that's not my fault. That's your fault.
Let me ask you this because this is questions that I'm sure people want to know. Like, because you have GrindFace TV, even though we know you have multiple pages, but people seem to be just stuck on that, um, that it gives you a negative connotation attached to who you are as a person.
Now, I think people want, that's what people want to see. I want to say when I first started GrindFace, I was posting all the crazy reckless stuff, but after getting banned so many times, that page really is like the Disney Channel. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how could you be mad about what's really going on in the world? This is real life stuff. I ain't out there filming it. This is what's really going on. I'm just giving it a platform to be seen, it bring awareness to it. So that doesn't. So when people say, "Oh, GrindFace is ratchet ghetto," how? It's the same shit you see on ABC, Fox News. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what people want to see. And I think they say that because it's a black company.
Well, I don't know why they said,
I
but
know why.
hold on. I don't know why they said, but I don't understand why people stay stuck on just that one page when there's multiple pages.
Because they like to thrive off the negativity. Because I agree, it's a lot of negativities in the comments, but I can't control the comments. Those is the negative people in the comments. So you can't judge the page or the platform because the people in the comments, that's them. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they could be free on my platform.
No, I just feel like they're confrontational and they like to argue and they don't have a life.
Exactly. That ain't got nothing to do with the brand. I could post the cutest fuzzy ball picture. Somebody gonna find something negative to say.
Well, I think that's, we can go psychological, spiritual. That's an inner issue, but I'm going to leave that alone. To me, if a person is always negative, you got to really self reflect and look at yourself. If you always want to, like, I don't even see the point, honestly, to be so driven by what somebody say that you don't know to feel like you got to go. Like, I just don't get it. I
But
don't.
but the thing is, what this is back getting it out the mud. Is like I'm a business owner. This is like getting mad at the
H-
owner of HBO because he's playing what's that these type of shows. This is you know what I'm saying. But that's the part where people
You know
understand that
what?
it's an entertainment
Now
platform.
that how you said you try to say I was disrespecting your company, which is far fetched, but what you're saying is honestly like a disrespect to you or any person that's like building up a brand because you're right. If it was a big corporation, because they do the same
Hmm.
exact thing, is
It's
most people
okay.
probably don't even know who the CEO of HBO, and I don't know if he's red or whatever. I'm just using him as an example. Um, it wouldn't be the same conversation. But if it's always like if it's a young, well, you're not
Person getting
young,
it out the
a
mud.
black male or somebody that comes from a certain type of walk and lifestyle, there's so many negative things associated to what they're doing. But if someone in corporate America, which they do the same thing,
Always.
it's the same movies, the same violence, the same shows, the same vulgar sex, the same thing or worse, but it's not perceived the same way. So let me ask you this, even in terms of business. Do you feel like at some point as the brand grows that you will be respected as a businessman?
I think it's not about the brand. I think people want to value your respect on about how much money you make. And that's where they see you start making good money. Now they want to associate with you.
Or
Now they want to be a part of
not
your
even good
brand
money. I think
and clout.
the world is full of sheep. Yeah, so it's basically one of the staff said they was going to freestyle. And I was like, I don't want you to freestyle at the mental health assembly because you might use profanity because you just, he's a dope lyricist, Dr. Carriga. Um, but I said, it's crazy because you can have the same a celebrity that has a lot of influence be ratchet and do all this crazy stuff at assembly for these kids
And
in
the
front of these
parents won't
kids.
say nothing about it.
The school won't say anything. I don't know what the parents say, but the school won't say anything. I said, but if we went there and did that, it would be a problem. And that goes back to the business. People only see business based on they associated with what their definition of success is based on society's terms. Because if you were HBO or if you were a big network, it wouldn't,
Netflix or
yeah,
something.
it wouldn't be seen or disrespected in the same light.
And they would know how to separate. But I feel like I forgot what I was about to say. It's like a crab in a bucket mentality. They know you come from where they come from, and so it's like they want to keep you down and don't give you that leverage. You know what I'm saying?
But shouldn't it be where we should
Push
basically
them
be
up.
so I'm
It's
all
like
for the
push them up.
underdog, right? I'm all for the underdog. So shouldn't it be like, we see somebody like, dang, they really start like it's this girl and I want to give her a shout out. Let me look up her name.
And I'm all for the underdogs. That's why I
What's her
post all the
name?
underdogs videos. You know what I'm saying? These big platforms is not posting Jose from around the corner. You know what I'm saying? I'm posting regular people stuff and making them go viral. But yet they want to see me fall.
Her name is it's Jati on Instagram. ITSJATI. And I remember when she didn't have that many followers. She didn't. And I was always liking her stuff, trying to share her stuff because I seen what she was doing. Just, I don't know her. I don't, but I see what she's trying to build. And now it's like she's building her page and it's getting momentum because it's like, okay, I can see what you're trying to do. And I respect the grind and I respect how you're trying to
Getting it out the mud.
yeah. And so that's my level of thinking, like to see somebody that's trying and like dang, like they really doing a thing. To me, that should be inspirational and you should want to help them versus a big corporation that's already there. They don't need the help because they've already
I
gotten the help
agree.
to get where they're at. But then when we see people that kind of,
Look like us.
look like us or we're familiar with, so we say or we think, it's more of, oh, I'm going to, knock that person, or I'm not, like, I have a lot of people that I know, you get mental health services. Why you not coming to my mental health facility? And it's okay, but because, my therapist is booked and busy, but we have a waiting list. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, why wouldn't you go support the person that looks like you're the person that needs to help?
Or the person that come from where you come from.
I'm not gonna always do business with somebody that just because they come from where
I'm
I
just
come
saying,
from. But what
you would want to see them succeed because, damn, I knew him. He was stay next door to me. Let me help. Like, people is because they feel like you come from where they come from. They if they feel like they are let down, so they want to try to knock you down.
I don't necessarily always think it's they feel bad about themselves or whatever you said about their letdown.
Well, I'm talking about my experience because they be on my page pissed off and like, why are you following me?
No,
if you don't like me, nigga, why are you following me?
No,
they want to see me fail.
I think it's, now you made me forget what I was about to say. I think it's more of a sense of they don't take it serious. Like, they don't look at it as a legitimate business. They don't look at it like
it's not respected.
It's not respected. So I'm not gonna say like it's something that they're looking about themselves. No, I just feel like that's just that little business.
But it's like, when would it get respect? You know what I'm saying? Is it a certain? Is it? And the thing is,
okay, so
it's not even about my books.
But stop.
You know what I'm saying? But it's about celebrity and clout.
But let me say this: are you looking for their respect?
Oh no.
So then,
that's why I do me.
Yeah, because I just thought about it, like, to change the whole trajectory of the conversation. Because I don't care about your respect, to be honest.
You know what
I'm stamped and approved by God. What you say, don't matter to me. So I don't even care. And at the end of the day, we can't expect people to be like us. It would be, loving if people were to, like, hey,
I seen this video the other day. I actually posted my story. You said if you focus on making somebody happy, you're making somebody else not happy. It's like it's impossible to make everybody happy. So just make yourself happy. Bottom line. It's that easy. Just focus on you and make yourself happy and do.
I'm gonna go deeper than that. I say just make God happy.
Yeah, you go deeper.
I mean, that's my motto in life. If God is pleased, I'm pleased at the end of the day, because that's the only person that could judge me, right? Is God. So
getting it out the mud. Are you out there getting it out the mud or what, man? It's a process.
It's definitely a process.
It's a process. I remember somebody trying to get, I ain't gonna bring that up, but you know what I'm saying, getting out the mud, man.
Yeah, don't put nobody out there.
Go to school, invest in yourself, man. I tell people all the time, invest in yourself. Find what makes you happy, and stop judging yourself with other people on the internet, man, because half of that shit is fake. And trust me, I know half of it is fake. Find what makes you happy, then learn how to make money from it. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoy cutting grass, find a way to start your own grass business.
Oh, like that one guy, that young dude, the Hispanic
the haircut
dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was doing haircuts and he found a way. You know what I'm saying? He went viral by documenting how he do haircuts and motivating people while he cut their hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just find what you enjoy doing and just be you, man. That's how you get it out the mud. Just be you. Stop being everybody else. Stop trying to look like everybody else. Stop trying to be like the next person, man. That's whack.
And just stay on your grind. Like, don't give up. My biggest thing that I would ever tell someone is, no matter what it looks like, no matter how hard it gets, just keep going. The road gets smoother and it gets easier. I remember 2019, I was frustrated. Like, frustrated to the point I'm like, I think that's when I stopped doing my videos and everything.
Yeah, that frustrated me. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was trying to get her on her video stuff. Like, look, I got the formula. I got the formula to get you on.
But I was already on my videos long before you was even on this formula and stuff.
So she stopped her videos. So I was like, and that's why I wasn't really the type to be in the front of the camera. And I had the formula. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I had the
At that
formula.
point, I didn't care about the formula.
I had the formula, but I couldn't get nobody to be content creators. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I stepped into that lane of being a content creator, because I had the formula to to go viral, to make money off the content, but I couldn't get nobody else to do it. So I said, damn it, I got to do it myself. So I'm doing it myself, and I'm making a bag off it, and I can show you numbers that's it's hitting millions. I had one video hit 18 million. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got the formula, but people don't want to listen to me. And the thing is, I'm not going to beg you to listen. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know I'm going to share the information with you. But I ain't going to walk you to the what they say, walk the horse through the water, make them drink. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going. I'm just going to tell you. But I got the formula.
But I have the formula too. So we just had two different types of formulas because my business is booming.
Well, I'm talking about my formula is not your formula. I'm talking about social media type formula in my lane. These are different. Yeah,
because you said like
well,
you
I'm
can't
talking, well,
lead the horse to
I'm
like
talking
I
about
hope
content creating.
Oh, okay.
When you was on your videos making content.
But this is the thing. This is what you got to understand. That I'm not a
exactly. But you're a powerful speaker, and that's what I'm saying. The powerful speaker.
Yeah, but let me look, and you already know how I am. Like I'm not just gonna be doing something to do it. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, so that was part of my frustration, because everybody, I'm talking about my kids, everybody, I was like, man, I just need one person to come create content.
So he got the formula, because I was on the road. Like I was building a buzz when I was on my videos and stuff. And then when I just decided to stop, he comes up with this formula. But at this point, I was so frustrated. At this point, I was just completely.
They wasn't trying to hear me, man. Nah, I was the job I had. I was running celebrities pages, right?
It wasn't that I wasn't trying to hear him. It was that I was just so frustrated with my craft because, okay, let me go into my backstory. This is how hard I was on my grind. So I quit my job in 2018 to start my company, Girl. So this is like my third company. And that's why I say don't give up, keep going. I had iServe. Then I had Girls Gossip and Women Network LLC that was basically buzzing and doing some stuff where it was like a mental health program for girls. And I quit my job because I had a contract on the table. And the first thing in business, what I learned is never discuss numbers with a person that's not writing a check. The superintendent of the school basically signed off for my program for me to do it at multiple schools. And there was one principal, a Black lady, I'll never forget this. I was so hurt because she asked me, and because I'm an open book, I have no reason to lie. I'm not a scam artist. Everything I do it legit. She asked me how much were they paying me. When I told her, she got mad and said, "Oh, that's more than what they're paying, more than my paraprofessionals. You know, I asked for $10,000 for graduation and they won't give it to me and all this stuff." So she was like, "I feel like you asking for too much." I'm like, "What? Like, I got credentials. Like, I done put in the work. Like, I done put in the work to prove that I'm worthy and valuable to get this amount of money." And so she just couldn't fathom how they would approve me to make as much as money that I was doing to come in and do the programs myself. And so she basically told them she didn't want the program. Like, and I had just quit my job, put in my 2 weeks notice. I would look crazy going back like, hey, you know, and I basically trained the person that was taking my place. And so it was a valuable, a hurtful lesson, but a valuable lesson that I never discussed numbers with a person that's not writing the check. Because if they wanted you to know how much they was paying, they would tell you.
You learn as you grow. But the funny thing is, I always told her I had a vision that she was going to own her own mental health.
Never wanted it at all.
She kept fighting me on that.
Well, this is the thing. I'm big on time. And so when you say mental health company, first of all, I never wanted a private practice because I love therapy, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a 9-to-5 type person. It just doesn't, I'm so creative and not even trying to be arrogant about it. Like, I'm working on multiple different things right now at once. And so my thing is I like to be creative with my time. Like I like to create things and I like to put things out. Whether it works when I want it to or not. Like as a matter of fact, y'all should go check out my latest book, Relationship Goals, a Healthy Blueprint to a Relationship, even Transition of a Butterfly.
She don't even know the title of her book.
I did get tongue tied. But no, I'm working on
SaniyyahMile.com, period.
yeah. And so basically, um, I forgot what I was saying that quick. So
Yeah.
pretty much, you made me forget what I was
Man, you
saying.
trying to promote your book and didn't know the title messed you up. What are you talking about?
No, I was gonna say something else. No, but seriously, like, don't ever give up on your grind because, like, I had started a business. The first one did it failed. The girls gossip. I basically and so that's what I was saying. I left my job in 2018. Had to basically then go into private practice.
But
Then when
hold on. But let's say how going to these jobs, you meet people that help you along the way. That's gonna help you
that's what I'm
get in
getting
the
to.
future.
That's what I'm getting
Oh,
to.
you were saying you were taking a long road. My bad.
So pretty much I had to go into a private practice where I connected with somebody. Then, and when you're in private practice, basically it was all cash pay. So, when stuff gets hectic, people stop coming because they don't want to pay $150, $120 an hour to see a therapist. And then I had to go to a jail to work at a jail, and it all came full. But I was only at the jail, March, April, May, June, July, for 5 months. And that motivated me. That was like the push to start my company. Like, I cannot come here every day. I got to do what I need to do. And my business is thriving beyond what I would have even ever thought. And so I would always say, like, if you grinding, do not stop. Like, I stopped the videos, but he's mad at me, right? Because he's like, why did you stop your videos? But I also believe because when you have multiple talents, sometimes you got to put that talent to rest, and you got to basically let that go to sleep for a while and then change gears and focus on this talent. And so that's what I did. I still love my videos. I still love speaking. I still love all that, but I needed to switch gears and let that baby get some rest time and then switch it and take it up to a notch over here because I was getting tired over here, and now I'm re-energized and I'm working on so many different things and trying to put it out because I was able to shift my focus and say, okay, I need to turn and not focus so much over there because I'm neglecting my talents over here.
Well said. Let the baby rest. That's when you bless and have so many talents. You gotta let some of them rest.
No, I had to
You
let
know what I'm
the
saying? But
speaking
let's talk
rest.
about the people that got one talent.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? Like,
the people that look, they're, and it talks about even in the Bible, like the different talents, and God gave one, God gave blah blah, and basically what they did with the talents. I don't care if you have one talent. It's not about how many talents you got; it's what you do with what you have.
and you learn how to work that talent in whatever you at.
Yeah,
Right?
it's what you do with what you have. Because even if I had one talent, I would ride that thing till the wheels fell off. You know what I mean? I just think God's timing is everything. And I think it wasn't meant for, okay, because I was trying to go into school districts. This was 2018, 2019. What happened? 2020 COVID. I would have been broke if I didn't pivot. If I didn't pivot before the
COVID hit,
COVID,
yeah.
I would have been in a bad position. And I feel like God, man, I just love God so much because He always covers me even when I don't. So know what's going on. Even in that time of frustration, God was already letting me know what's up. Like, I need you to focus over here because He already knew COVID was coming. So for me, it was good that I put that talent to rest and focused over here because my business is crazy. When people look at my financials, they like, man, like, I go to the bank, talk about loans, talk about credit lines. They tripping out how much my business has grown in a year. You know what I mean? And they like, dang, I've seen different mental health companies. I've not seen this on your financials. And so it ain't me, it's God. God had me pivot even when I was frustrated. I didn't know what He was doing, but it all being in my favor. And that's what I'm saying. Like, my husband was mad, like, and I'm glad we talking about this because you're saying, like, I didn't understand your vision in the beginning, but you didn't understand mine at this current time. When you're like, oh, get on your videos, he would be so mad, like, just get on. I'm like, look, I'm not feeling that. Like, I'm not about to just be putting out something just to be running my mouth and doing something. I'm not even passionate about what I'm saying to get a bag. It's not about a bag for me. I got to really feel and love what I'm doing to do it. And so in that time of frustration, that was the greatest time for me because let me tell you something. You put me in a room alone with my thoughts, I'm going to work. And that's all I did in that time of frustration. My mind was just turning and turning and turning and turning till I turned something into a product.
You did. I give you that. You gotta breathe now. Inhale.
You got jokes.
Uh,
You got jokes.
he said a whole lot right there. But back getting it out the mud, because she definitely got it out the mud. She's still going hard at it. So basically, uh, all that I'm still processing.
What I said?
Cause I wasn't mad that you stopped making content. Or
Yes, you
I
was. You
was
was
just I was just
frustrated.
trying to motivate you.
Nah, you was
You know what I'm
frustrated, and
saying?
he would be so mad at me. I got the formula. I got the formula. You need to do some videos. You and then at first I find myself about to do it to appease him, and I'm like, nah, like, dude, you just look. You start doing videos, and honestly, that's how he started doing videos because he was trying to create some the buzz for me to do it. For and I'm just like, but I don't think it was meant to happen like that because at the end of the
But
day,
basically, why I was going so hard on content, let me break it down to y'all. I used to work for this company that I control celebrities' pages. Um, so basically, it was my job to post content on their page to run the numbers up, the engagement up on the pages. So when I start seeing how much these Facebook pages was making, I'm telling this one client off all the stuff I posted on his page made $1 million in a year just off me posting off his Facebook page. This is when I like this is where the key at this is where I feel like this is when I transitioned from GrindFace Apparel to GrindFace TV because I was like I need an audience because I seen in the numbers in the back that people don't see that so what social media could do. I said this celebrity made $1 million off me posting engaging content on his page. I said, well, I can't do that for myself. So now that I'm doing that for myself and I know the formula, I was trying to put everybody around me, man, look, create some content. Look, this, do that. Because I wasn't the guy, I wasn't the one to be in front of the camera. That wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't get nobody to be a content creator. And then I wasn't going to outsource it to people I don't know because once money get involved, people want to be shady and all that. I didn't have time for that. So I said, fuck it. That's when I started creating my own content and running up the bag, running up the numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's where I got where I'm at using my formula, which I still share with people all the time, but many people don't listen. They don't understand it. And then it's you got to put the work in, man. It's really it's work to do this. It's not easy. You think you just make a video and post it and go viral. It's key elements in a viral video that the average person don't know, but it's certain elements you need in the video to make it go viral. And I tell people all the time, it's about triggering emotion out of somebody. That's one key element. Trigger emotion.
you see, I think that's where we differ. Like, you know, you get it. He's always been a provider, so this is like the way he provides for his family. For me, it ain't about the dollar for me, cause God gonna let me get it regardless. At the end of the day, well, he gonna let us both get it because it touches one household. But for me, it's about if I'm not passionate about something, I can't do it because I feel like my gift in life is to provoke thought to change the behaviors of people. And if it's not effective, if I'm not passionate about it, then I can't do it. And so, during that time when he was adamant, it was like it wasn't there for me. It just
And I kind of realize it's not your lane. It's not your own purpose.
what is it?
Your purpose is where you at.
No,
You're not a content creator.
I would disagree.
Well, we agreed to
I
disagree. Cause
would
shit.
disagree because when I was on my videos, I was on them tough, and I just think that I don't think it's easy for me to create content. Creating content is not a problem. The question is, do I want to create content?
That's my point. You're not a content creator.
Okay, so tell me your definition of a content
A
creator.
person that want to create content. It's content creator.
Yeah, I guess you would say that because the person that want to create content, they want to create content all the time. And then another thing too is most people don't know this about me. I'm an introvert. They probably think I'm not because I'm able to speak and interact in certain settings. But the whole having to be on the internet all the time is kind of like not really my thing. So
And that's okay.
you may have a point with that. I would much rather write books and create no. Because I would rather
Look, that
create.
shit.
No, not okay. Because
You're
we
not a
talking.
social media content
Yeah,
creator. You are
because
a different type of
yeah,
creator.
I'll write like scripts and stuff all day long. Like that's what I love to do, to put that type of content out. Like just being in front of a camera all day, no, but like I really want to, praying to God that I get to put these shows out, because I got some dope shows, and it's hard because you got to get a literary agent and all that. Da, da, da. But when we talk about content, when writing with me and the pen, crazy.
Bars.
I could do that too,
Bars.
even though I would never do that.
So, what would you tell a young person about trying to find their purpose and getting it out the mud?
I would just say do what you love and stick to what you love. Like, don't focus on, what everybody else is doing. Cause like 99, well, the only person that really knows what I'm working on is you, to be honest. Everything that I'm doing, I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like, what you're doing don't have to be broadcast. Just do it.
Yeah, you don't got to broadcast everything you do, y'all. Only y'all do that, huh? Actually, and the funny thing, people think I broadcast everything I do,
But you don't.
but I don't.
No, you
I
don't.
broadcast what I want you to see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole lot of stuff that I don't broadcast. But we're gonna be wrapping this up, and I want to tell y'all one thing: if you getting it out the mud, guarantee you gonna get a little dirty. Just wipe it off and keep
You're
on
going to get
going.
a little dirty. You're going to get a little disappointed. You're going to get a little frustrated. You're going to may cry a few times. But at the end of the day, like I told you, this is my third business and it's thriving. And I think it's not about basically what you go through, it's what you learn from what you go through.
And let's hold on before we close out. But then it's not the purpose. It's not money, man. Money doesn't fulfill anything. And I said people, because this was me back in the day. When I didn't have money, I thought money was all the answers. You know what I'm saying? I used to do everything, try to find any ways to get the dollar. And once I seen that I had money, I could do what I want to do, I was still kind of depressed within myself and bored. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't find happiness. That's what I'm saying. So don't be out there trying to chase a dollar thing that's gonna solve everything. It's not. I saying finding something you enjoy doing really is true happiness and peace to me, my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I think basically just focusing on your craft and doing what you love. Because put it like this, if my books are never a number one seller, right? I still enjoy them, still love writing, still think they the bomb, because my goal is just to touch one. Like there is purpose behind what you put out. Because if there's no reason for what you're doing, and what are you doing it for? So obviously,
Enjoyment
yeah.
to yourself.
Then, but the enjoyment I also get is to touch lives. And when somebody reads that book and they tell me like, "Dang, it made me think about this," that's gratifying
And
to
see,
me.
and a lot of people get discouraged because they ain't touched millions. But it was somebody
Just
that
touch
said,
one.
it was somebody said, I want to touch that one person to be, damn, I don't know exactly what they said. So something, I want to be that person, inspired Tupac or some shit like that. It was something like that, that one person. Cause I want to inspire the next Tupac or something. It's like, if you get one person, you did your job. You don't need a million people.
Right.
If
Right.
you impact that one person changed everything, that's more than reaching a million people who ain't did shit.
Right.
So
Right.
we gonna close it on that note, man. Get it out the mud. Stay focused on
Get
your
it out the
grind.
mud.
She keep on talking while I'm talking and shit. Like I said, I'm going back.
Get it out the mud.
Get it out the mud. Focus on your grind. You're gonna get a little dirty. Wipe it off and keep on pushing.
Keep it moving.
GrindFace.